Now Black Ops 6 is getting leaked and everyone's starting to get very hyped for it. I think it might be sad to say that MWZ is now going to fade away. Now I know it's only season 4 and I might be wrong because they might be doing a few things. But by the sounds of it, I think MWZ is now going to slowly die. So I thought I'd take the time to go over it and just talk about MWZ, its ups and its downs, and give my final thoughts on the game. Now if you've watched this channel before, you might have realized I haven't made a single MWZ video. And even though I love Call of Duty Zombies as a whole and that's my whole channel, MWZ didn't click for me. Don't get me wrong, I put a few hours into it. I played it here and there, and I still do every now and then. The whole reason I'm actually making this video in the first place is because I woke up this morning and actually had the urge to play MWZ. Something that rarely happens, but every now and then I do get the urge. But just because I didn't like MWZ didn't mean it was a bad game. I mean, if you follow me on Twitter, I actually hated on this game straight off launch. But looking back on it now, I realized the game isn't actually that bad, and it was more of a me problem. For me, I like generic zombies. I like round-based, and I prefer the older styles. And for me, MWZ just felt way too advanced. I get that in the gaming industry, you have to develop and innovate as much as possible and even try new different game styles, because at the end of the day, it is a company and they're trying to make as much money as possible. And I think with that objective that they had in mind, MWZ did perfectly. You've got a whole wide range of new players. And the people I've spoken to about MWZ that actually haven't really properly played original zombies actually blows my mind. And hey, at least we actually got some sort of zombies. I mean, if we didn't have MWZ, we wouldn't have had zombies since Vanguard, and not a lot of people count Vanguard. I think for sure Modern Warfare should definitely do this game mode again. Maybe try and even implement a round-based mode. I would love to see it personally. I think if they regularly updated this game, it would have slapped so much harder. They only added a few things each season, which was just shocking. They could have made new wonder weapons. They could have had way more bosses. They could have made loads of new objectives. Fuck it. They could have given us Resurgence as a zombies map. All these things that they could have done. I feel like after the first couple of seasons, they just kind of pushed zombies away. Something that tends to happen on side modes quite often. I mean, apart from Treyarch, they seem to be the only company that are starting to care about their game. I mean, I'm a Treyarch fan through and through, and I've never really truly liked all the other games. The only other Modern Warfare game that I really connected with was Modern Warfare 2 back in the day. I mean, you can't really hate that game. I think MWZ just had a lot of wasted potential for die-hard COD Zombies fans, and it really just catered to a new audience. Let's go through its pros and cons. Obviously, a pro for this is that it's brought a whole new audience into Call of Duty Zombies. That's great for content creators like me. It gives us more views and clicks and whatever. So hopefully all these people that do like MWZ are going to go over to Black Ops 6 and hopefully enjoy that. It brought us a lot of cool features as well, this game. We have the Ether Blade, which was really cool. It also had the Scorcher Wonder Weapon, which honestly I didn't get to use too much. I only used it a handful of times. But honestly, it was so cool. It works so well with an open world zombies game. I like that they didn't actually just slap normal wonder weapons into the game. Something that could actually give you mobility. It shows that they actually thought about the game off launch. This is something they could have done a lot more, as I said. One thing that they did really well is the Easter eggs and the little hidden things that you have to do in the game. They were still doing that even to this day. They're still adding things. Going into the Ether portals and finding all of these things that you can extract with. I did like the aspect where you kind of did actually have to scavenge stuff. Another thing that they did really well is actually give you a true consequence for downing. This is something that I really wouldn't like to see in round base, but for an open world zombies experience, if you die and bleed out, losing all your stuff is really annoying. But I think in a good way, and it shows, I think it's a good thing. Makes the exfils a lot more important. In Cold War, exfil was just an option, and I don't feel like anyone exfilled really, to be honest. Or maybe that is just me, I don't know. MWZ has also brought back so many content creators. A big one, for example, is Mr. Rothwaffles. And now Black Ops 6 is around the corner. He is coming back in full force, which everyone is so happy to see, including myself. I think in terms of cons in this game, I think the lack of updates and support for this game, there were so many bugs. I also think the longevity is a bit annoying. I don't know if that's the right word for it, but only being locked to 40 minutes in a game is just so frustrating. I'd like them to do a endless open world where it's just forever and then you just exit at some point and then maybe the intel just keeps respawning. The lack of maps is very annoying. There's one map. As I said, they could have given us Rebirth Island as a zombies map. I'm sure that wouldn't have taken that long to make. I mean, I'm not a game developer, but who knows? I feel like they've got the map there. All they've got to do is port zombies into it. Something that I really thought was going to come back and the community did a couple months ago was Onslaught. I mean, as I said, this game is not actually at the end of its cycle yet. We still got to wait till October for Black Ops 6, so all this stuff could get added. But we haven't even had a fully fledged Black Ops 6 trailer yet. We've only had teasers in that cinematic one, and people are already hyped, and that's all they can talk about. So it is unfortunate to say goodbye to another zombies title, but I don't think it's going to stay in the Hall of Fame. I'd love to know what you guys think about MWZ in the comment section below. If you've enjoyed the video, please, as always, subscribe and like. That said, I've been Ginger Melon. Goodbye.